Welcome, guys, to another one of Lorenzo's Blood Bowl matches. Actually, it's been a while, hasn't it? And I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. You know, stuff gets in the way, and I have to say that I should be releasing more videos, but sometimes it's just not possible. But anyway, I'm playing with fodder cannon against what seems to be an oddly picked, though that's pretty painful, sort of odd team of undead, with my fodder cannon team made of some damn awesome players, if I seem to remember correctly. Oh no, that's the chainsaw. Yeah, I was about to say. My bombardier's got catch, my fanatic's got mighty blow and block, and my goblin. Okay, so I still have my Juan Turner. Okay. So, yeah, Goblins not that competitive in matchmaking, because matchmaking works by matching up your team values, which isn't very fair on Goblins, because Goblins kind of they don't really have much going for them once their secret weapons are off the field. So, it's going to be a matter of, I'm going to try and receive the ball, and then I'm going to try and absolutely dominate the undead team for 8 turns, and then I'll see if I can just have too many numbers to swamp them. But okay, and I don't get to pick, which is awful. Here's the problem. If I've only got 5? No, 4. That's really bad. Okay, I'm going to play with all my team on the field. It's going to be risky, but it might just be worth it. I'm not going to have him on the field, because even though he's a good ball picker-upper, he's not going to help me here. I'm going to leave Ranig there. The 2 trolls off on. Now, I don't think he has any guard. No, so I'm probably safe to put these players here, as they should stop any of his players charging forward. And then we'll just pop as many as we can. Oh, cool, I have a sneaky get dirty player. It's been a very long time since I played this, and my connection seems to be going pretty slow, but we'll see how it all ends up. So yeah, here we go, all of my bloody characters on the pitch, which is going to be risky and horrible, but we'll see how it goes. He might try and run past me. That's just a possibility I have to accept, but the thing is, with that, this where is he? Him. That guy is going to decimate my team, and if he even has 3 players off by the time he scores on the 8th turn, I'm going to have no secret weapons to put on in the second half, and a lot of my secret weapons are going to go on in the first half for 1 turn, which is pointless. So I'd rather just risk it and see if I can go on the defense for a little bit. I've got a good amount of players here. I got 2 guard. This guy has piling on. So assume if I can get the chainsaw, if I can get the bombardier to work, if I can get the fanatic into the game, it looks like he's going to skewer one way. That's okay, because we have loosened up this side. So maybe he'll be stuck a little bit, and a good kick could see the ball go well out of his grip. He does have this player who is going to be a pain to get rid of, but no player is too difficult when you have a chainsaw, so if we can just expose them to the chainsaw, that would be lovely. But we'll see where he kicks it. That's actually really nice, and that's an amazing kick. So this is what I mean. All I need is a little bit of luck, and you couldn't have asked for more luck than that. Most of his players off the pitch, or not off the pitch, sorry, down, whereas I only lost my 1 player who has sneaky git and dirty player. So it's not really a disaster there. Here comes a bash, and he does hit, which is going to be annoying, but he doesn't actually take the player off the field, so great. Means I can get all up in his grill and try and do some fouling, I suppose. Does manage to hit this player, but the player's okay. He's all right. He's like, yeah, that's cool. And we are going to want to foul this guy so bad because he's on the floor and it's just asking to be hurt, and that's good. I'm not going to bother. Also, it gives my bombardier a chance to just get into. Right, I need to be careful with this guy because obviously my dirty players are all sort of dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Okay. Okay, we'll go for this guy just because chainsaws. It's a bit risky on the first thing, actually. I haven't played this game in a long time. But you see, he does his job. So, that's perfect. We'll move this guy up to here, which means he should add his bonus onto Stone Puke, who can then just jump up into this gap here and start to be an absolute pain. Because he's got grab as well, so he can start throwing people around the place, which will be lovely. And then we can risk. It is risky, but he does put himself in. Oh, excellent. Oh, that guy, that player, what legend. Okay, move the pogo there. Should give us a 2-die block. Maybe I'm not going to foul this turn. Even worse. Oh well. Ow! Oh my god, you couldn't. That's not very good. Okay, so I do actually lose a player there, and I suppose he'll have a hard time blitzing my. But I wanted to get that troll into the fray. But this guy's going to be ready to jump in, and with Mighty Blow block, Vranig is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, he can jump up Helmet and probably jump Stone Puke, which would be bad, but he'd have to throw in a lot of assists. I'm definitely going to be aiming for Helmet, because if I can take him off the pitch, that's a lot of TV he's going to be missing. Okay, so he's staying down. Good. I hope he lines up all these skeletons here, because that'd be lovely, because Vranig can just push in and be like, hey, I'm Vranig, and by the way, I have this ridiculously oversized ball and chain, and it really wants to meet you guys. How's it going? But yeah, that wasn't good, the fact that I lost a goblin, but at least it's only a shoddy goblin, so who cares? Question is, how is he going to react to Stone Puke's presence, and what is he going to do? I'm hoping not all that much, but we can only hope. If I can get Flap Stench around the back and sort of close them in, that'd be lovely, because he doesn't have much guard, and his players, if I can get those two trolls fitted nicely into the group, they could cause havoc, and actually the numbers could basically be completely rendered useless. Worm Ripper's popping out, which is sort of makes sense, sort of expecting that. I have to be careful with Wolpock, because he could make an amazing throw, but Bombardiers, lamely, don't come with passing skills as on a general roll, which I think they should. I don't think anyone would say, oh my god, they're OP, if they've got accurate and added +1, considering especially since they're their secret weapon. Good, that's a reroll gone, and a push, that's fine. Awesome. Right, where are you going to push me? If he pushes me there, clever. Okay, not so clever, because then I would have to be careful about Vranig doing anything. But as Vranig's here, there's a hit. Oh, it's heaven. Oh, 3 hits. What a legend. That is good going there, actually. Okay, now let's try and let's hope we can get rid of this. Not get rid, but be nice to sort of push the skeleton out of the way. There we go. And it's actually a knockout. Well done. Okay, that's pretty good. So now we can try and get Flapstench to move in and start posing an issue round the back, which is an odd move, I know, but just bear with me. Question is, I have to be careful because okay, come on. Oh, you have to be kidding me. You just rolled a 1 and a 2. Ugh. That's disastrous. Not to mention the 1 that he rolled anyway on himself. Okay. Desperate times call for desperate measures. This guy has blocks, it's not. Okay. Here goes, because I need to use my secret weapons. This could go horribly wrong. This is the nature of goblins, but you know, you have to try, right? He's likely to probably bomb one of my own or himself. And that is just literally the nature of this game. Okay, if you play goblins, don't expect to win because they will do stuff like that. They will just fail to throw the bomb, and that's why I think bombardiers are really I want to use them so much because they're such good players. Or sorry, they're such cool players. Throwing bombs around the field. What's not cool about that? That's awesome. But they're just so underpowered in this game. Like, you literally, like, most of the time you won't be even able to throw the ball. Your best chance is to walk up to your opponent and attempt to throw the ball. Just because you'll drop it, and you can watch Kimnek, he's going to go now. Yeah, here we go. And he's got Mighty Blow piling on. He's definitely out, I would have thought. But he didn't follow up. That's really bizarre. Okay, he's not out. He should have been out, but Grace saved me. But still, it doesn't really change things because I'm still in a bit of a sticky situation. If Rannig can get himself into the fray, that would be lovely, but it's unlikely to happen. I mean, I do have my cheaty way of just throwing this goblin and hoping it works, so I kind of need to save my reroll for that. So I think any rerolls now I'm going to just not bother using. Especially since both times they've achieved nothing so far this game. And he does manage to hit that, which is kind of annoying, but we can just move across and do the dodging thing. And if we can keep a lot of his players here, all the better, you know? Keep them away. He's Strength 4, yes, difficult to kill. But I've got goblins who are quite dodgy and annoying and can just get out of the way. So I just need to roll 6, which he's been rolling immaculately. Except he's dodging now as well. Come on, use a reroll. This is not cool. I do not agree with this sort of lame dodging and bad luck. Oh, come on. What is the point in having Rannig there if he's not even going to achieve anything? Okay. Right, well, I'm going to try and go for... Oh, come on! You're not really stupid. You're right next to a guy who could do something. Right, moving on and trying to just escape the perpetual lameness that is my team at the moment. I am going to do a risky move, which is go this way. And I will hit my troll, but that's okay, because that was sort of wanting to do that in... like, because if I can get the push, hooray, and I'm going to do it again, because I could do that, and then I could potentially... didn't quite work out as a plan, but, you know, what are you going to do? Now I have to just go for an all or nothing jump with the break tackle and the push. I hope Vranig can hold his own. He probably won't, but again, not much I can do about that. And we'll pop this guy up here. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Because they should be quite difficult. Well, they've both got dodge, so they can both push out, I suppose. But his best, he should be able to make it out here. There's not much I can do, and that's kind of the annoying thing. But I should at least be able to score one turner in return, and or at least in theory, we might get to see a one turner. But wouldn't it be nice if Stone Puke could land a hit on Helmet, and if Kimnek could do some damage before he goes off the pitch? Because he's so far, yes, he took out a mummy, good job, no one's complaining about that, but otherwise not all that impressive so far. Diving. Also, the other thing about Goblins, they'd have no access to general skills whatsoever on the Goblins, or anything actually. So you're really relying on those doubles, and it's really lame because you could really do some diving tackle or something where you can throw waves of goblins onto this guy and then watch him struggle as he tries to dodge out. But he's not going to have that issue. It's just, and he's all. Did he dodge? Oh wait, I'm really stupid. Oh my god. God damn it, Stone Puke, you useless piece of. You had to roll really stupid, didn't you? Because that's just let him off loose, and we don't want that. Here we go. He should be able to just punch through either side and get out. But if he rolls that, excellent. That's at least a reroll gone. And if he rolls that, even better. So some luck there for me. And he's knocked out. Even better. Right. Things have suddenly turned around. That's wonderful. Okay. Now I need to just get as many people. I'm going to try and... Oh, probably the bad move, but anyway. You're going to be useless, aren't you, all game? Okay. Oh, this guy is on fire. Oh, sweet. Good, at least one of my secret weapons is doing something. Oh, you genius, Vranig. He's causing chaos. What a turnaround. Okay. Oh, whew. Lovely. So that's 2 ghouls off the field now, which is delightful. Okay, now it's just a pick up away from running off with this ball. Good. Nope. Come on, pick up. Yes. And leave. Leave, my pretty. Oh, okay, so I got really lucky there. But it's about time, right? Because I was suffering there, and there was no need for me to be suffering. I was you know, the dice were not with me for a bit. And again, that may happen, so that's kind of lame. But he should actually be able to reach me with a skeleton, and I was trying to sort of secure that problem down, but either way, he doesn't have blocks, so it's going to be a bit difficult. And if I have sidestep, I think he's hit me down, if I remember. Yeah, defender down, so he will be down and out, but I don't think I have all that many players left on the pitch. Although neither does he. It's sort of deceptive. But yeah, he's probably going to make this run. So, I forgot the Pogo Leap. It's been such a long time I played with these goblins. Yay! That's good. No, it's not good. Yes, it is good, because he's fine. Because he's not... I thought he was a white, but he's not. This white is still going to be a pain. No matter how you look at it, he's going to hurt me. Push. Oh, he doesn't want to push. Lame. It's okay. Okay, I thought... Although actually, has he made enough space for himself to go there? Quite possibly. I can't remember if this guy's done anything. He might not have, which would be annoying. Well, if he hasn't, that was an odd move, because now he has to run round. Maybe he's trying to use this guy. Okay, but again, this guy should be alright if he rolls that or that. So there's his last reroll. So saved a bit by a dice. He can't roll a 6 or a 2, but you know what you're going to do. That's kind of how this game is played in a way. You got strong arm. Oh, what I wish I had my +1 agility player for. I could be throwing this goblin. Instead, I'm going to have to start running around the pitch. I need to take helmet out. And it actually sort of works, so no complaints. Kind of... Oh my god, are you really going to do nothing? He's been really stupid all game. He's just rolled ones. But Flapstench is playing like a boss, so it's okay in reality. Okay, let's try and get this guy out of the way before we do anything. It's kind of difficult to just get him out of the way, that's the problem. But he does make it. If only this guy had moved. Right, he's gonna... I have to be careful. Because he could well, he's not going to be able to dodge round, so I might be alright on his behalf. But... make that move. And he does make it. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. He could blitz Kimnek, but that wastes his blitz against this guy, who is within running distance of scoring the defensive touchdown. Nice to see a ghoul out, but I would like some other players out. But in fairness, I really cannot complain, because I've got that many players off the pitch. Mostly down to Vranig, who is a legend, and we're not going to deny it. That guy kicks ass. He's got block, he's got mighty blow. All he needs now is dodge, maybe, because, you know, it's nice to keep him on his feet. Or something where he can just roll around the pitch hurting people. But we'll see. Maybe sure feet is really good. Or a +1 movement, because it just means he gets to move an extra turn. You know, what's wrong with that? Nothing is the answer to that. Nothing is wrong with that, because he gets to push more people around in his single turn. So instead of being able to potentially block 5 people off the pitch, which is magical if it does happen, but risky, I would only suggest you use up his movement, because it only takes a double 1 for him to really get his screwed over, and that's wonderful. Yay. Okay, so we have a lot of time now to do what we please, and we just need to be careful about what we do here, because too risky. I don't mind doing that because of the dodge that's on my goblins, so in a way it's sort of okay. but like the worst I should in probability, and everything with goblins is a risky play. I'm not gonna lie, it's really tricky not to play a risky game with goblins. Okay, he's off, so we can consider him almost safe because this guy's out for a turn, and these guys are goblins. Sorry, not goblins, skeletons, and they're not going to do shit all. So next thing is we're going to try and hurt as many of his players as possible. By using my dirty player, who it's fair to say I can afford to throw some fouls out here. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. That was really stupid. Oh well, he doesn't have block. I've given him a chance to take down my player. It's going to be a 2-die block. It's his best option here. And I shouldn't have done anything with Flapstench because with half chance he'd get roll really stupid. And then he'd lose all his tackle zones, so this guy would be able to run out. Bad move by me, I forget, but as a goblin it is kind of important you try and take off as many players of the pitch as possible, and I really kind of wanted to take that player off the as many players as off the pitch, because he has no subs, so he's down automatically one player for the next turn. So here he comes, and he could do this. It's two ones and a 6 which he's rolled, so I've by myself screwed this up massively. But if I can stop him scoring, it's still 0-0, and I can just score a 1-turner and then play defense. I don't know, that was really stupid of me. I shouldn't have done that. But what you're gonna do? Nothing. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna just get up and you're gonna go and do what you can. So Flapstench should, in theory. Okay, we're going to just try and do some more damage. See, this is the thing though, I can just push him out of the way. And in reality, that's actually pretty good for me, because it gets him closer to the ball. So there's lots of good things about this. Okay. So what we are going to do is go for a little odd play here. We're going to... Risky. Kind of worth it, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so we're gonna try and chainsaw this guy, which doesn't work, but that's okay. That's not, well, it isn't really okay, but it is difficult. Then we're gonna move Stone Puke. We're gonna get this guy to go here, and then we're going to go and lob this player. Though, to be honest, there's no need for lobbing here. So we're just going to try and get up here and mark him up. And see if we can dodge first. It's kind of almost worth going for the 4+ pickup. I probably won't re-roll it, but if it lands there, for example, I have a chance here of him. He could either push my player onto the ball and I could randomly pick it up, or that could happen, and it depends where he pushes it, because if he pushes me onto the ball could roll off field, which would be bad, granted, but then again it's 0-0, so I don't really know what to do. If he picks the other up, but it also gives me a chance to get up, try and push him away and pick up the ball myself. So I don't really know what to say here about this one. Could go either way. But this is goblin play all over, and I have managed to make. Oh my god, that's a lot of cheerleaders. Why do you need that many cheerleaders? They've done nothing for you so far. Okay, where's he going to put me? Onto there. So I do technically have quite a good chance now of. Because all I need is this guy could come and assist, and then it's a 3-die and a 2-die and a pickup, so pretty stupid of me doing that thing with Flapstench earlier. Trust me, I'm regretting it, but it's a big but. I like big butts. Could still work out alright. I have a re-roll. I could be 1-0 up, and then all I have to do is go for a quick touchdown. And oh dear, what's going to happen? Oh dear, that sort of messes things up a little bit, but okay. The other option is I could just throw a goblin up for support. It's a bit silly, but you could do it. But first I am going to try and hit Stone Nora, for the sake of trying to hit Stone Nora. But it doesn't work. Right, Flap Stench. He passes that. He's landed. And remember, it's not an end of touchdown if you don't land. Ah, and see, look, he's up. He's still fine. Even if like, as long as you're not holding the ball, it's not a bad thing if he sort of goes. Right, have a re-roll. So in theory, it's a 1 in 9 chance now that I don't pick up this ball. Yes! Oh wow. Okay, well that was an interesting half, and basically won that touchdown through a bit of a shoddy block by him. But you know, luck sort of swang in from one side to the other really violently. There was lots of luck on one side, and then there was no luck for the other side, and that's perfect. So he's down 3 players for the next half. I mean, technically I've lost all my secret weapons, but that's sort of coming. But you know, I should outnumber him on the field quite comfortably now, and he does have helmet again, which is really nasty. But we'll deal with that situation at some point. Right. How many players? 3, 7, 8, and I've got 5 plus 6. I've got a full team, so I'm kind of tempted to just try and drag this one out a little bit, just because, basically. You need to pick up the ball. Somebody needs to be on prep. Yeah, there you are. There's the one that needs. He's got a +1 jersey. +1 jersey. Goblins are golden. These guys both have guards, so technically we can use them. And we are going to just try and... well, we'll see how it goes. If he pushes too hard, I'll pull back and I'll throw a goblin. But... I suppose just it's looking good, but it can all go wrong for Goblins, as I don't have any real strength on him. My team. He's got 2 equally strong players, Stonepuke and Flapstench. They're less skilled, but mine are designed for hurting things. So I'm going to likely be probably hitting myself a little bit around the. But we'll see. Oh, I don't know. Perfect defense. Okay, well that's really shoddy because he can move his players up into a good position. Or he might just do that, which is, you know, an equally good option because he has to put a player somewhere in front of someone. So I'm probably still going to block with Stonepuke, but it just means I. Is he within range? Yeah, he's technically within range. What I could do is I could block with Stonepuke and then move Flapstench to try and just punch Helmet in the face as quickly as possible. Ooh, that changes things a little. Not too much though. Not too much. Although what I am going to do is I'm not going to use Flapstench, because I need Flapstench to be prepped and ready, as it were. So instead I'm going to just go on the assault with Stone Puke. Unless he rolls really stupid, in which case don't worry about it. Just don't worry, Stone Puke, it's fine. No one was relying on you or anything. Okay, in that case. In that case, do I pick up with him? Could do. Moves Flapstench back. We'll pick up with Snotlet. Move this guy around. Form sort of a loose cage here. It's a little far back, but if Snotmut can be thrown and Stone Nora's not around to help out. And because I got Sneaky Kit Dirty Player, I can just literally jump in and foul on sort of Will, and if it breaks armor, great. And you can see there, but he didn't need much to do it. But it's basically, he'll only get sent off if he broke their armor. So it's not like you can sort of waste a foul, or it stops you wasting fouls as much. And that's something quite nice if you can get. That's the thing. They kind of need the doubles for the dirty players. They need the doubles for the wrestles and the blocks. They need the doubles for the. Oh, it's just painful. And they need the stat ups for. Now this guy could really do. I can't remember what I even give him next. Catch? Is catch? I think it might be catch. But whatever sort of helps him doing his one turning roll, because he's really only on the pitch for just a limited amount of time. But I've again reduced his numbers considerably. So it's only a skeleton, sure, but skeletons matter, you know. Then their numbers on their pitch, their tackle zones. So don't ever think that getting rid of a player like a Goblin, I mean, it does. It's not, obviously there's different. If you get rid of a player like Helmet, who's their star player and biggest threat to me at the moment, good work. That's like definitely better than getting rid of a petty skeleton, because the petty skeleton is just, you know, it's just a skeleton. But at the same time, it's still gonna, the more players they lose, the more under pressure they're gonna feel, and that's sort of the desired effect here. Right. I have a choice. I can either. Now, if I was clever, and sometimes I think I am, I have an opportunity to just get rid of Helmet right here, right now, and push him off the pitch. Or not really push him off the pitch, but actually, yes, I could technically push him off the pitch. Should have done it a little differently, but. Or break his armor is fine, you know, whatever works, to be honest. I'm going to blitz down this player. Now I am going to pile on, even if it does nothing. But that gives me an opportunity to do. We'll move Flapstench up. Move this Goblin up. And the idea is I kind of want to keep Flapstench right next to Snotbutt as often as possible, so that if things get pretty hairy, he can just throw him. He just is. If oh shit, they're begin to break into our line. No problem. We'll just throw Snotbutt. It's sort of a bit of a weird strategy, but it works. Double dodge shockingly pays off. one of these dodges is going to fail at some point. I mean, I'm not I'm not that much of an optimist, but there you go. It doesn't really matter, but he was dodging into a tackle zone. I was hoping the stunty trait would sort of protect him a little bit from that, and it does. But you know, he's still a 3+ rerolled. Sorry, so it's still got 1 in 9 chance of failing. Yeah, but I'm feeling pretty confident. I've got a good sort of perimeter around Snotmut. I'm players up. I'm really putting, you know, the Undead's face to the grindstone a little bit here. I mean, it's mostly luck. There's certain races where if you win games, you need help with the, you know, if you're going to win games, you need to have some assistance from old Nuffle. So, for example, Goblins, Vampires to a degree. I mean, Vampires is a different one. I really like Vampires, but if things go wrong, they're one of those teams that are affected more by luck. Who else? Halflings, you know, halflings are all about the throwing of the halflings, right? That's how you play halflings. So, now I'm feeling a little not concerned, but I don't overly want to just jump in here. And it would be nice to see a throwing goblin play. That's all I'm thinking. Yeah, we can secure this 2-0 here. I mean, well, actually, hold on. Let's get up some players first. Let's not just jump in and be like, hey, 2-0. You should always try and do all your safe moves, and as much as you can. I mean, I could technically just push through here, but I'm actually feeling a bit like, hey, I want to see a goblin fly. So, yeah. Just in case it doesn't work, though, we do need to be prepped and ready. So, for example, this guy could technically get up, so we don't want that. And that should be obvious why we don't want that, but, you know, we don't. Now I'm going to throw him into the middle of the pitch, because I don't want to throw him off the pitch. Oh, no. Okay, I kind of wanted to... Reasons why I wanted to re-roll that. If he rolls a 1 on the throw teammate, he tries to eat him. Now, I have lost a very good goblin for throwing via eating, and it's depressing, because this guy... I don't want it to happen again. Now, I've got sure feet, so this is all re-rolled. And I kind of need to go for it now. Well, hey! 2-0. Awesome. Gotta love some goblin throwing play. It's deliciously fun, and yeah, Snotmut does his job, and that's why you give him strong arm as well, those trolls, because it helps them lob stuff, and lobbing stuff is fun. Right, okay, back to the drawing board. We're on defence. Flapstench is... I like throwing goblins. There is nothing wrong with a good few goblin throws, because they're awesome. Same with flings, they're just fun. If you can lob them, hooray, do it, because it's too much fun. Right, okay, so they've actually got quite a few players back up now. But I'm feeling a little bit confident because it's 2-0. And I feel privileged to be in that position, but it is 2-0. And he is missing only 2 players now, but it's still 9 versus 11, so yippee! Can't argue with that. I suppose, yeah, just think about it. I probably should just briefly explain why I haven't released a few videos. It's because, partly, I've been up to some other projects, so I've been doing my own thing, which is what I think is fair. And secondly, it's also because my mic, I wasn't happy with it, so I've now bought a mic that I previously had, and it broke after 1 month, but it was really nice. I don't know if you can tell, but I really like the sound quality. The mic pickup's beautiful, and it has surround sound. So I was kind of waiting on that so I could do a commentary where you can hear sort of me pleasantly, and it's not too loud, and it's also very nicely filtered out, and there's no sort of painful jumps and bumps and me smashing the mic in front of my face and what sounds like me smashing my face against a keyboard as well. And so yeah, that's basically why I haven't released a few videos. And but it's the bank holiday weekend here in the UK, so I thought, fuck it, I'll try this new mic out that I just got last week, and it'll be fun. I'm hoping to bring some more Dota videos. I know about the learning videos. Yes, they are useful and good, but I think, to be honest, you might as well just watch CK Nors, because I think he does them better than I do. I'm not very good at the whole I'm not very good at explaining game rules. I'm just good at explaining tactics and my logic and I'm not even good at that, to be honest. But you know, I like to ramble, and this gives me a chance to ramble, whereas doing those how to plays is really, really difficult on me, because I have to script everything and my scripts sound retarded, and I end up going, Blood Bowl is the game of, Blood Bowl is the game of. I'm repeating myself 70 times. If you know, I also appreciate that I have actually picked up a lot of subscribers recently. I say a lot, I mean it's not massive, but you know, a fair few of you have subscribed, and I want to thank you for that, because that's great. I'm glad you enjoyed, or at least I hope you subscribed because you enjoyed. Otherwise, I'm not entirely sure why you subscribed. But you know, all the more for you. You know, thank you. And I'm glad you joined me. But I will try and expand it up. But I do need some. I mean, obviously, I'm not very good in the sense that you guys told me, oh, I'll do a how to play, and I tried and I failed, and I've sort of now gone, but meh, sort of thing, in a not so. I'm gonna re-roll that because I would like. I've got time. His loner doesn't. Okay, his loner picks him, but really stupid on these trolls at the moment. I think Stone Puke has been useless all game actually. Move Flap Stench, and generally just be a pain. But yeah, as I was saying, I appreciate that you guys have given me some criticisms, and I've taken them up, and they've also made some suggestions as to how to the plays, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, but you know, I'm not very good at them. Isn't very fair, but that's how it's. I mean, I can't be good at stuff I'm not good at, so. And also, it is a little bit more time consuming. For literally these, I just have to open up an hour. I have to just find an hour in the day to play some Blood Bowl. Whereas for how to play, I have to do some scripting, and I've struggled to find the time, actually. But I will endeavour to keep them coming. Also, I suppose some of you older subscribers may be wondering what I think of Rome Total War 2. If any of you don't know, I used to play a lot of Rome Total War, and actually this is how this channel started. I did Rome Total War commentary battles, which were great. And sort of the reason I stopped doing them was, you know, there were different reasons, but I found, well, first of all, the whole politics of the Rome Total War thing was annoying. The online community got so obsessed, and it was just not the game that I wanted to play. But and then why I didn't play Shogun and give you any footage of Shogun, well, I'm just not very, you know, into Shogun. It's a really good game, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed it, but I find the units are a bit boring. The graphics are lovely, but again, it's just not my time period, and I'm not going to be able to give you any good advice, because I found that mostly actually a bit like the other Total War games, but not so much. But I kept getting kind of frustrated, and I kept coming onto games where I didn't overly enjoy them, because someone had brought like 1,000 Lone Sword Ash, like sort of 1,000 upgraded, super upgraded units, whereas I'd only played the game like 20 hours, and they now play it like 200. So they had all these amazing upgraded units, and it just, and also the DLC. God, I hate DLC. And Total War, I love them for the games they make, but they just punish you so much they're just like, oh yeah, we'll just release Rome Total War. Oh, and guess what? You get Pontus free whenever you buy it. I'm like, great, but you can bet they're going to release 5,000 different factions, each of them, you know, only available if you pay a £4 DLC on top of a 40 quid game. And I don't see, there was never any problem. Rome Total War, the original, no one ever went, okay guys, You know what we need? We need to remove more factions and sell them one piece by piece. Like, that's how we'll make profit. That's not the only way to make profit. Valve has shown you that. Valve released freaking free DLC. I mean, I know there's a lot of expensive motion capture and stuff like that, but the amount of people that's going to buy this game anyway is absurd, so I'm not so bothered by the fact that they're going to, you know, I don't think it's going to financially hurt them if they actually released a full game for once. Anyway, sorry, I'm going to get back to the game in hand. I'm going to just make a pop. I'm not wanting to use my last reroll because if he scores quickly, which he probably will want to do, because if he finishes it at this sort of point now, he's going to... Basically, what's going to happen... Ooh, sneaky get... Whee! I just realised something. But he's going to have me to score another one turn against him, and that would be really nice. So I'm going to go for that plan. There's no point me having all these players here though, so run them out. And then we'll use Gutbra, who's just going to... Because of Sneaky Git, I can do something like that. I can literally run up and foul. Not because I'm going... No, there you go, he gets sent off. But Sneaky Git means... Oh no, look, I broke armor. If you don't break armor, sorry, it goes, nobody noticed. It's only until you crunch through their armor, and then you've got a armor roll where it's, you know, quite bad. It's pretty nasty on them. It's a shame he regenerated, but there you go. And there goes a bad roll again. So that's okay, even better. He actually did lose a mummy there, so that's fabulous. And no complaints from me there. Right. Now, there's not really a good way of doing this. I'm just going to throw blocks out and try and again... Haha! I forgot I had grab. I didn't need to do that. Pylon! Woo! Okay, so I've got my own pylon player and he does take out one of theirs. So, all the better. And we're just going to put up a defence here. But yeah, sorry, on the subject of Rome Total War 2, I am really looking forward to it. It's a game that I really want to play. I'm almost definitely going to bring you some kind of gameplay footage as soon as I buy it. I will be pre-ordering it. So for all those guys who are like, oh, he's never played Rome Total War again, Rome Total War 2, I'm very excited for, and I will be thinking about doing it, because Rome Total War should be sweet. I really like the fact that they've actually got some Celts playable. I mean, technically, I don't think the Iceni were around at the time of the Roman Republic. They only appeared, or they might have been, but, you know, I don't think really it's historically perfect either. But it'll be fun anyway, because I get to use my Woad Warriors, and I fucking love Woad Warriors. Woad Warriors are awesome. Anyone who says Woad Warriors are shit are lame. Because I'm a Brit, and not that I'm in any way probably related to the Celts, because the Celts are probably the Irish or the Scottish, but I like to think that I'd be the guy wearing the blue stripy pants and going crazy. All I'm doing is setting up a defensive perimeter here. So that's looking pretty good, I think. They got Worm Ripper nicely up against the wall here. He could bounce out, but I'll just prefer, and I don't think he's going to be able to score 2 goals. Star players, well, Vranik has to really take a man of a match one here, because he has done damage. He has done serious damage, and good on him. He's played like a boss. And I mean, Snotma is always a bit of a star player, because he's just good. He's probably the most capable player on the pitch for the Goblin team. But Flapstench probably also has to get a mention, because he's done a lot this game. He's made up for Stonepuke's general nincompoopness, basically, and Stonepuke has been a nincompoop for a lot of the time, and he's done a lot of blocking. He just literally injured a mummy. I mean, technically he didn't, so the mummy hurt himself, but that's what I think is Flapstench winning the combat. I'm pretty sure he wants me to do this, but I'm going to do it because... Okay, even better. So I was going to push him off, but we'll try and get Stonepuke up and to do something. It's not necessarily essential, but, you know, it's kind of fun. What I will also do, which is a bit cheeky, is foul with Snotma. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do anything particularly significant anymore with him, so I want him off the pitch so he doesn't get hurt. Though first, yep, okay. So if he hurts the player, great. If he gets sent off, it doesn't really get either. But you know, it could have potentially been nice. We'll do this. Whee! Don't really care if he doesn't make it, but if he does, you know, all the better. Push this guy into Stone Puke just in case Stone Puke can pick up an injury and get some SPP. By the way, don't buy that many cheerleaders. There's literally no point. It served him no purpose whatsoever, this game. Like, we didn't get a single roll where his cheerleaders on the beginning earned him anything. So don't bother. It's not worth it, okay? If you look at my cheerleaders, how many are there? There's none, okay? We don't need any. And it hasn't affected my roster. In fact, I won the first initial thing, which was based on fame. So just don't bother with cheerleaders, guys. I mean, maybe one or two if you have some spare money in a league match, and you've you know it. And the only difference between you is going to be 30 TV. So you buy 3 cheerleaders or 2 assistant coaches or 2 cheerleaders and an assistant coach or whatever. You buy them just because, you know, you're not going to be able to spend that 30k on anything else. And it doesn't matter if you fire and hire them later on because you're rich. That's like the scenario where I would say it's good to do that. Wow, his rolls have been shite. But I cannot stress enough. Shush. Okay, let's get Stone Puke up. And then let's get all the goblins to try and get rid of Worm Ripper. He's got +1 strength, so it's not going to be easy hitting him. But I do have a small plan of sorts. Break tackle, pick up, and lob. He doesn't end up eating the player, but that's okay. You know, that's actually really good. He tries to eat the player, but the player sort of struggles out and goes, "Yay, I'm okay." He fails the dodge. Okay, well, he should be able to easily dodge out and score, but it'll end 2-1, which is okay. Yeah, I'll get over it. My plan there was just to throw a goblin just for the sake of throwing a goblin, but there is a slight chance. I've seen it happen against ogres. I was playing as vampires and my star strength 5 vampire got badly hurt when a snotlim was thrown at the rough area and it landed on his head and he was carrying the ball. It was possibly the best thing we've ever seen. I seem to remember I didn't care too much at that point. Oh, and that player just goes down again. That's really unfortunate. He got quite bad luck there. So, GG. Okay, no, he's not going to bother. Right, no, cool. I was going to GG that, but never mind. It was a fun game, I thought. Right, let's see what we get. I want more than 3. Okay, that'll do. Who's my MVP? Tug Gob. Okay, looks like he's leveled up though, so... I mean, So, yes, he has. He is hoping for a double, and you get nothing. See, this is the only skill access you get on a standard roll, right? Let's go through the options. Sprint. I wouldn't put it on a goblin unless he's a one-turner. So he needs that +1 agility. That's a prerequisite. Catch. Again, I wouldn't bother doing it unless I was going to make him into a one-turner. And again, you need a +1 agility. Leap. Who the hell puts leap on a goblin? Unless she's Underworld and you've got long legs. And even then, who the hell puts leap on a goblin? I mean, maybe on a one-turner, but I have no idea why you would. There's very few reasons. Sneaky Git, great skill. Need to make it roll a double though, if you really want to see, and get Dirty Player if you want to see it really come into fruition, as you see, or rather, if you saw from my fouling plays in there. Diving Catch. Yeah, again, but it's a catcher. It's not really diving tackle. Oh, diving tackle is an agility skill. Never mind. Diving tackle's a good one. Give it. Jump up. Yeah, sure, why not? Sidestep, sure feet. Again, sure feet, I wouldn't really give it unless it's a one-turner. So really that gives us sidestep, diving tackle, sneaky. There's not really that much going here that's going to be a game changer. And to be honest, very few of them, I'd only say diving tackle is worth the 20 TV it's going to add onto your team. Especially in league, okay? If you're in a league thing, right, I would try and keep your goblins to a low. You don't need that powerful goblins. They're not going to change your world or rock your world, or however you're going to put it. They're not going to... very few of them are going to make any difference. You might roll the single one-turner, but he's the rarity. Even if you roll +1 strength, you're going to be as strong as, what, a human? Great. If you roll +1 agility, good, but he's not going to be able to pass. So don't bother using any passing skills. The only time you pick a passing skill is if you've got a troll who you want to be passing the ball with. Sorry, not passing the ball. Throwing a goblin with, or and you can give him strong arm anyway. Or alternatively, if your bombardier rolls a double, which I am waiting for, give him fricking accurate. Just give it to him. Just be like, you are all Hail Mary pass. I don't know how awesome that is, but I can only imagine the pure carnage that Bombardier can do from the back of the field with Hail Mary pass. It's probably least effective thing ever, but it would be a laugh, wouldn't it, to see like what you have is a random artillery strike going on in the field. And with goblins, the odds are stacked against you. Why not see if you can go for a random half chance? You know, it could screw you over, but equally it could screw me over chance. So we're going to give this guy's diving tackle, because at least then he's functional as some sort of tackling person, which we really lack. And apparently I'm missing a goblin, which upsets me. So we'll buy an extra one. We're up to 440. So yeah. So that's goblins. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll try and bring you some more, and stay safe, guys.